Alright, hi there. We'll be talking about the universe update to Starmade, and moreover on the roadmap of how they plan to make their updates for the years to come from 2019 to 2020. So how things are going to be going here is they're going to be doing things in three separate phases. Things mainly including the basic system components and how the game is made and how it's run and getting things to be set up better so that way they can get things running properly and more efficiently for them to post out more things. Then they'll be working on optimizations and the different engine, and then they'll be working about the universe. So here in phase 1, they've been working on and switching a few things over and getting things more optimized for them to make the content better. They also have been working on the input system. So in the game, there's in the options menu, you have the controls for the keyboard, mouse, and the joystick. It's a bit limiting in their controls right now, and I'm glad to see that they'll be working on making some improvements to the actual settings menu as well. So with that, you'll be able to customize your settings a lot more individually on the input side, so that way you have more inputs to what you're inputting as your controls. So that's nice to see. Additionally, things in phase 1 they'll be working on is working with Steam compatibility is what I'm seeing. And so the features in some games are that you can join your friends in the game that they're in. So I personally want to see this as well. So say your friend is on a Starmade server and you want to join them and you want to join in on their faction or you want to play with them, whatever it may be. But say you want to join your friend here. It'd be nice to be able to just have a button quickly and join. Additionally, there's things like achievements. I personally want to see how they're going to work this out and what they're going to be doing with this. So with the achievements, there currently is no standardized story that is given to the game. It's more of a sandbox game, and the community has or has not, however you may look at it. There is no official story to the game, but a few people have come up with their own reasons, have made their own roleplay to the game. It's how you want the game to be, that is the game. Additionally, with more Steam Workshop support eventually later on, that'd be a great thing. Can't wait to see. There's just a giant area for people to download ships. Currently, there's the Starmade dock as well, but of course, there is a few complications, but to be able to just directly pull straight from everyone else's community content, that'd be a great thing. Additionally, GUI scaling. Currently, you have to have like a small modder, medium modder, small modder. That depends on how the GUI of the game is going to be for you. So with a large modder, the GUI is going to be really small. With a medium modder, it's going to be pretty much alright. With a small monitor or like a laptop screen, it's cluttered and the GUI is pretty big and things are going to be very difficult for you to see. So with that, seeing a GUI scale, that's going to be really nice as an addition as to what they're going to be doing. The sound system, currently the sound's very loud and it's hard to turn the sound down without just turning completely off. Personally, I turn the sound completely off because it's too loud for me. So personally, I really like to see how they work with the sound system, and hopefully there's a volume slider. That'd be really nice. Thank you. Coming up in phase 2, what they'll be working on here soon is optimizations. What they're looking at doing is changing over to C++ coding and language. So they're claiming that they'll be able to get a lot more things to run faster and things will be able to run a lot better using this language system. I personally don't know a whole lot about this, so I'm just going to go with what they say. Hopefully it does work, because the game does need a lot more optimization improvements, as from what I've seen. I run this thing on an old computer, and I could really benefit from some optimization updates here. So seeing this is a great benefit to what they're doing to the game. Additionally, with this, They're hoping to change how the AI functions are working as well, and it might just be moved over to phase 3, which I personally think it's just going to move over to phase 3 at that point, because what's coming up in phase 3 does tend to deal with some of the problems I will be addressing in there. Most of the optimization should be done by about halfway through 2019, so hopefully by that point the game should be running quite smoothly. You won't notice the transitions between the areas of the game as well. Things should be moving just fine. Over here in phase 3, that's the bulk of the content for the gamers themselves. Most of us that play the game, we can't wait till phase 3 because that's actual game content. Phase 2, on the other hand, that's a great thing. We need that to happen. Optimization is amazing. But phase 3 is where the content comes in. So after about halfway through the game, they'll be reworking how the actual universe works itself. They're claiming that they'll be condensing and they'll be adding more content, but they're making this a bit vague. So what my interpretation of this, on what they're saying here, is that they'll be making the universe a lot smaller. Currently it's quite a big universe, and you can be spread out for quite far distances, and it'll take you a few hours to get from one side to the other without making a huge warp gate system. But fleets can't even use warp gate, so currently your fleets have to spend like 5 or 6 hours to get from one place to the other. And so with that, things are going to be a lot smaller, meaning territories can be a lot more scarce, more than likely. And so with adding more content inside them, they'll be a lot more densely compact as well. So you'll have more ships, more fleets in the AI territory. So going back to the AI thing up here, you might be able to see a lot more combat between the AIs as they compete for territory in the universe. Seeing as how things will be a lot more densely compacted together, we should be able to see a lot more fighting between the different factions in the game. So hopefully that'll be a fun thing to come across. But if you're in a small vessel and you get blasted by one of these lasers, oh, it's going to be devastating. So it's going to be a great thing to see, not going to be a great thing to get shot by. But I'm looking forward to how they do this, and maybe later on they'll be having a lot more content on what they're doing here, and we'll be able to see more about what they're doing, and we'll get some more information input. As of right now, there's not much information to post about this because they have not said much, and they want to keep some of it undercover, so we have more things to look forward to. Already, from what it seems like, there's a lot of things here that are amazing, and they've been really great about keeping up with what the community has been wanting as content in the game. And they've been doing a wonderful job at making the game as it is. I've been playing this game for quite a while now, and there are quite a few YouTubers out there who have a lot of content on the game. I'll be putting their channels down in the description, the ones that I personally watch and the ones that I know have generally very, very good content on this subject. I want to see what their opinions are on the game, and I want to see what they think about the upcoming update. Hopefully they post a video, maybe not. Yet this has been an overview of the roadmap of how Shima is, I think it's pronounced Shima, is going to be doing the universe update. Disclaimers, I am not from Shima. I don't know personally. I'm not in with any of this. So this is my own personal interpretations of reading their update that they've posted online. I'll be leaving a link to the actual website and the actual news thread itself. I'll be leaving a link to it in the description in case you want to go read it yourself as well. And have a nice day.